What's up, my peoples? This is YaHuWaH's Life coming at you with another video. And before we get into it, let's give all esteem and honor to the Most High, who is YaHuWaH. All right, so today's title, you see it on the thumbnail. It's entitled Culture Chronicles. And this is my first episode. I'll be going back and forth between the KJV and my Tanakh app, the Safari app. And we're gonna talk about adultery. All right, this ain't gonna be a long video. I just want to do this video because I have, experience in this element, and at this stage of my life, I just want to help people. So, without further ado, let's talk about adultery. All right, so the biblical definition of adultery, or the rightful interpretation from the Hebraic standpoint of what adultery is, how the Most High looks at adultery is when a man has sexual relations with another man's wife, or when someone's wife has sexual relations with a man that is not her husband. So, and we can talk about all different types of ways, but we're gonna barrel down into the main focus of what I want to talk about, and that's our people today here in 2022. How you see these different terminologies on men cheating on their wives, or women cheating on their husbands, or girlfriends cheating on their boyfriends, and companions cheating on, just all the stuff that's concerned with cheating and with playing on somebody, playing on your husband, or playing on your wife, or just being intimate with someone that's not your significant other, as is opposed to the opposite sex. All right, so I had 3 points I wrote down with 3 scriptures, and I wrote some notes under each 3 points, and then there will be a conclusion and a closing, and then we're gonna get up out of here. It shouldn't be a long video at all. All right, so first, let's talk about what YaHuWaH said in Exodus chapter 20, all right, concerning adultery. All right, and I'm gonna get that from my Safari app. We're gonna read verses 13 and 14, and they read, it says, "You shall not murder, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor, you shall not covet your neighbor's house, you shall not covet your neighbor's wife, or male or female slave, or ox or ass, or anything that is your neighbor's." All right, so when you listen to today's music, when you listen to music when I was coming up, I mean, so it was, and I like I said, I took some notes on this, and I'll be running my free thoughts, blending them in with my notes. All right, and so why would a man want to sleep with another man's wife? All right. There are multiple reasons. One of the reasons is that man has no self-control. That man he has no moral guideline on what he will and won't do. A lot of times, having a relationship with another man's wife can get somebody killed. You know what I'm saying? And in most cases, in olden times, that's why the Most High put those laws in place, because he knew some people were so hot-headed. Yeah, I'm gonna smoke that cat for doing that. Yeah, and she got to die too. You know what I'm saying? And that's how the Most High created us. But some of the other reasons are it's a sign of strength. All right, in today's modern society, it's definitely looked at as a sign of strength, or a sign of charisma, or a sign of authority. You can be placed on a pedestal if you're able to mess with somebody else's girl, or get her to play outside of marriage or outside of her relationship or whatever. All right, it's an act of dominance against a rival. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure y'all remember. Well, some of y'all anyway remember Tupac. Well, when him and Biggie Smalls, him and Notorious B.I.G. was into it, that came up that he kind of had an intimate relationship with Notorious B.I.G.'s wife, Christopher Wallace's wife, and that escalated things. And I mean, of course, now they say both of them is dead, but in this reality, we really don't know what's going on. But I mean, certainly, I've dealt with these type of emotions and stuff because I've been there, so I know this stuff is real. All right. And another reason, it can be considered the ultimate disrespect if you can sleep with a man's wife. If you hate that man, if you don't love your brother or not love your neighbor, and you want to get at him the ultimate way, you have an intimate relationship with his wife, with his prized possession. All right, a man's wife is supposed to be his prized possession. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people, if they want to offend their enemy, if they want to get back at a rival, you know what I'm saying? Today they call them ops. You know what I'm saying? That stuff would be crazy. I mean, I was young before, so try to do the popular thing. But in all seriousness and in all reality, this stuff is not good for our people. It's time that we come up out of this so the Most High can start to fulfill some of the things he said about his people. All right, and that's what I feel one of my purposes in these last days is to just put it all out there, right down the middle, and let people kind of decide what they gonna live out and what they gonna believe. You know what I'm saying? Just give information, share my opinion, share my experience, and then let people filter through it and sift through it how they want. And if they can apply some of that stuff to their life, I'm telling y'all, I committed adultery. I should have got punished with death for that, and I understand that because I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me. All right, I would not want somebody to one of my enemies or one of my friends. It happens. One of my family members, one of my brothers. It happens across the board. Y'all know it. It happens across the board. I would not want that happening to me. I love my wife very much, and it would be hard for me to stay with her if she did that. So her forgiving me and the Most High forgiving me, I know what mercy is. All right? I know what it looked like. So I just want to help my people. All right. The Father, he put those rules in Exodus 20, verses 13 and 14. He put that there for a reason. Because he knew that we would be killing each other behind this stuff. All right? He knew that would be one of the reasons why we would want people dead. And he don't want us killing each other. All right? And that man, once a man marries a wife, he becomes her priest, he becomes her provider, he becomes her protector, you know what I'm saying? And that exchange is broken when a man sleeps with another man's wife. All right, that relationship, that bond, all it takes is one night to break a bond like that, to break a contract like that. And love ain't got nothing to do with it in a lot of cases. All right. According to the Torah, there's only a few ways out of a marriage. All right. Death by age. One or the other gets so old that the other one they die. And then if it happens to be the husband dies, the woman is free. All right. Or adultery is one. You know what I'm saying? And of course, if the man is caught sleeping with another man's wife, he could be stoned and she could be stoned. You know what I'm saying? All right. And of course, a divorce could be initiated by the man. You know what I'm saying? If he found something in her that he was done messing with it, he tried to have her as his wife. It didn't work out. The man can put forth a divorce paper. All right. And the Most High set that rule. All right. And then you got religion doing doing it all the different religions do it their way. Atheists, the people that don't believe in religion, they do it their way, and just all these different ways in the world in general. But the Most High has it set up His way, and we are supposed to be a holy people, and we're supposed to follow what He said. All right, we're supposed to be obedient to Him. All right, and all of us still got a lot to learn. You know what I'm saying? So, what I wrote here is we still have much to learn and much to contemplate on if, when, and how to apply what we learn. All right, and that goes with marriage and all those things too. All right, so the second thing we're going to talk about. All right, let's go to Proverbs chapter 6. Well, I'm going to read that from the KJV. All right, Proverbs chapter 6. And we're going to read. We're going to start at verse 29. It says, "So he that goeth in to his neighbor's wife, whosoever toucheth her, shall not be innocent." All right. 30. "Men do not despise a thief if he steal to satisfy his soul when he is hungry." 31. "But if he be found, he shall restore sevenfold. He shall give all the substance of his house." So a thief, he don't just return what he stole. He got to return 7 times what he stole. All right. 32. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. And that's what we out here doing. All right. Some of these kids out here ain't just dying because they're just acting ignorant. Some of them is dying because they done slept with somebody's wife and the Most High may covet that person. The Most High may love that person. It may be the remnant of the Most High that they did that to, and the Most High He gonna show retribution on them. And so they get out in the streets and die in a gunfight or by gunfire or by whatever other means. You know what I'm saying? So it just car wreck or whatever. All right. Verse 33. It says, "A wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away." That's why I'm That's why I'm glad that YaHuWaH is merciful. All right, because of verse 33 right there, "A wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away." Man, that's why you got to repent, because you can be saved from anything. All right, you can come back from anything as long as your eyes wake up that next morning and you can repent and change. All right. 34. "For jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance." 35. "He will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest content, though thou givest many gifts." All right, because sometimes you mess with the wrong man's wife, and that dude he coming for you, and he got a right to. The Most High gave him a right to, because we deserve death if we commit adultery. All right, and it just is what it is on that. All right, and it's like, I don't know what that was. It's like they pushing this on our people. All right, they pushing this. They trying to perpetuate an everlasting cycle of black people staying in sin. And that's why I'm doing this video. All right. Oh, I know what that was. That was security. I heard the keys right then. So, yeah, they don't want us to figure out who we are. They don't want the majority of Hebrews to figure out who we are. All right, the remnant is out there. Some of you are the remnant. Some of y'all might not be. I know I got people critiquing my page and watching my page and stuff. That stuff don't matter to me no more. I'm trying to reach the few that are YaHuWaH's remnant. Because here's the thing right here. Here's the key to all of this. When the remnant turn back to YaHuWaH, YaHuWaH gonna turn back to us. And that's what they don't want, because the world is going to end and reset. And that's what they don't want. All right? We were supposed to stay blind and stupid and duped and ignorant in that New Testament. That's what we were supposed to do. Waiting, looking up in the sky, waiting on a white Jesus. All right? Heck, waiting on a black YaHuWaH. All right? Waiting on a bronze YaHuWaH. Waiting on a copper Yeshua. We were supposed to stay looking up at that sky, waiting for it to crack, waiting on the so-called New Testament Messiah, Son of God, salvific Son. But some of us are awakened now. All right, our minds have been opened by the Most High to see that it's only Him, and that He's going to gather His people when His people figure out their error. And channels like this, I'm here to try to put it in front of you to figure out your error. That's idol worship, and we supposed to serve only Him. And when we realize that, we supposed to say, I'm sorry, and we supposed to start picking up the pieces of our life and putting them in alignment with the Most High. All right? The commandments that we keep, we keep. The ones we can't, we can't. And I'm still trying to figure out which ones we can and which ones we can't, which ones we obligated to, and which ones will come back when he restores us and preserves us. And a lot of people might try to argue with me about certain stuff, but I'm not a debater. I'm not fit to argue with nobody. All right. I'm going to try to walk out the step. The scripture says the steps of a good man are ordered by YaHuWaH. So I'm just trying to walk in them steps. All right. It don't say the steps of a good debater are ordered by YaHuWaH. All right. So I mean, people can say what they want, do what they want, but I know what I'm being moved to say, what I'm being moved to provide with the content on this channel. All right. And I'm just trying to help. If this ain't helping, move on. But if there's something I said, maybe it might be one every 4 videos that something I talk about actually, comes, you have an ear for it. And I mean, that's what it's for. I ain't asking y'all for nothing but to go look for yourselves to see if you are walking down the true path of YaHuWaH. That's all I'm asking. All right, don't take my word for it. Go look and search these things out that I'm saying. And if I be proved to be a liar, then so be it. I'll eat my words. I'll eat that crow. But I'm not trying to get out here and mislead people. I'm just trying to put the facts out there. And the brothers I run with, they just trying to put some facts out in front of you. Something for you to run with. Something for you to hope in. Real hope. All right, this last thing I want to touch on. Turn with me to Samuel, 2 Samuel 12. Yeah, we're going to talk. We're going to add one verse of David to this. All right, because David is kind of the ultimate test subject for this subject right here. You know what I'm saying? Now there's there's other things in the scriptures we can go look at, but I want to point something out to y'all real quick. Just want to point something out. All right. Verse 13, 2 Samuel 12 and 13 says, David said to Nathan, I stand guilty before YaHuWaH. And Nathan replied to David, YaHuWaH has remitted your sin, you shall not die. David admitted his fault. That's the only verse we're going to read. All right? I'm going to look at my notes, though. But David remitted his sin. He immediately recognized that he was wrong. All right? And, of course, I'm in my mind, in my simple mind, I'm thinking David probably had just flashbacks going in reverse. Bam, bam. Starting with, starting with him marrying Bathsheba, and it's just going backwards from that thing. Boom, 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 boom. And then ending with him looking at her out that window. And he was like, man, why didn't I think about the Most High? Because that's similar to me right there. When I realized what I was doing, I told myself, man, and this is back when I was a Christian, I was like, man, I'm God's man. I cannot be doing this. And I just kind of realized it on my own. It just hit me. You know, I didn't have a prophet there. It just, in a moment, I was just like, man, I'm God's man. I can't keep doing this. Wow. And then the remorse hit me. The guilt hit me. The pain hit me. Other people's pain hit me. And it got heavy. And I asked the Most High to present an opportunity for me to tell on myself so I could get it right. And he answered that prayer. And I was a Christian. I wasn't even in the truth yet. So I know those of you who are trying to get in this truth and are trying to really walk this out, I know he'll forgive you. I know he'll show you mercy. Or your loved one, or whoever you know that's in that. It might be such a time as this for you to get strength to go tell that person that you know is in that, hey, bro, your soul is on the line. Your soul is out there on the line, man. You got to stop. You got to stop, man. Even if you can't come clean, just stop. Just don't do it no more and go directly to the Most High. And maybe he'll show mercy. But you'll never know if you don't come up out of that sin. You never know if the mercy gonna be there for you. He show pity and mercy on whoever he choose. He looking at your heart. He knows I have a heart for him. He knows I got struggles still. He knows I'm weak still on certain stuff. He know I'm working on stuff. But he's allowed me to grow all these years. Man, you don't see the same Rob that you would have saw 10 years ago. You don't see the same Rob you would have saw 5 years and 2 years ago. I've grown. And I've used my mistakes to gain leverage on this life. And I'm trying to help y'all. If you struggling with this, all right? If you've been listening to the rap music that tell you is, hey, go sleep with the ops girl. Hey, slide up on her, man. It don't matter if she got a man or not. Oh, you see that ring on her, man? Man, you better go conquer that. Look. That ain't the way. I'm telling you, that's not the way. The Most High, he got a wife for you. Heck, he got wives for you if that's who you is and you can afford it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got the type of heart that you gonna mistreat women and stuff. The Most High is merciful. All right, he's got this thing all figured out if we'll just let him, pull the strings. You know what I'm saying? We let the government and the system run all the strings through us and pull all the strings they want, but we won't get the Most High. We won't give him a finger. All right. Some of the notes I put, David repented of his evil, the adultery, among other things. He realized he was wrong. All right. He felt sorrow and remorse for what he did. He knew that it went against the Most High, and he apologized by changing his ways. Action. All right. David, he started fasting. He told the prophet, man, I messed up. David went down. He didn't eat. He showed remorse. Didn't listen to his servants. He was like, look, I'm going to just deal with the Most High. I messed up, so I'm going to deal with the Most High on this. And, of course, we know the consequence was the baby couldn't live. You know what I'm saying? The baby that they created from that false union couldn't live, But, let's see. If you the one in this, you can stop right now. You can just choose this time right now to stop. Commit to the Most High that you'll never do it again. If you messing with somebody's wife or you messing with somebody's husband. All right? Or I said husband. If you messing with somebody's wife or you're the wife of someone and you're messing with another man. All right? All right. I said that wrong, but I corrected that. All right, so I wrote down here, death is a part of life, but dying the way that a lot of our people are dying is simply, it don't have to be that way, all right? They're dying like that because they're owed, maybe because of the sin of adultery. They're owed that death. And that's why we got to come out of this stuff, all right? I know if he forgave me, he'll forgive you if you have the right heart. You know what I'm saying? Go to him humbly and sincerely and remorsefully. And the Most High forgive you, and He'll set you on a path where you can be redeemed. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. It's gonna be some pain behind that. You know what I'm saying? And she might not want to end it. And the other man's wife might not want to end it. Or if you're the wife of someone and you're doing that, the guy might not want to end it. But you need to get up out that before the Most High end it. All right. Now let me run over this note I made about the New Testament, because simply I've said this in other videos. That verse in Romans, I believe it's in Romans 10, that says, if you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord, and if you believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you can be saved. How many people have done that, and they still going out here messing with other people's wives, or they're women that's messing with other men, and they're married, and they go to bed at night able to sleep because they prayed that doggone sinner's prayer, but they know they're gonna go sleep back with that man, or that they're gonna go do what they've been doing. See, the New Testament is adding to the problem. All right, if you are in agreement that you are Hebrew, all right, if you're in agreement that you're an Israelite, that you're a Negro, hey, even if you black and you just believe that you the people, your ancestors is the people of the book, you got to come up out of that if you in that. You got to come up out of that. Repent, ask for forgiveness, ask for remorse, ask for pity, and then don't do it no more like David. David didn't do that no more. The Most High told him, I'll give you more wives. I would have gave you more wives if you wasn't satisfied. I would have gave you more anything you had that was, that was kosher, that was good, that was within the law. I would have gave you more. You didn't have to go take a man's wife and then kill him and commit all these different acts of treason against me. See, when I was a Christian, I did exactly that, though. I thought that Romans 10 verse and many other verses in that New Testament had me covered. I was still going to church every Sunday or most Sundays when I was doing that act. And I thought I was cool. The Most High could have murked me. He could have took me out. Just like that. Could have made it in. All because of my selfishness and my stupidity and my ignorance. Look. If it's you, pray, stop, and get back on the new path. If it's somebody you know, talk to them about it, show them this video. And if you just a player or something, just stop being a player. I raised my boys not to be players. I didn't want them doing some of the crap I did. And they, for the most part, they listen. I got some stuff to still, try to work out of a few of my children, but they adults now. I can only tell them. I can't do it for them. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. I think that's it. If you one of them ones that think that Jesus forgives me for everything, prove it with the Tanakh. Show me in the Tanakh where Jesus forgives you for everything. Show me in the Tanakh that. In closing, as Hebrews, we all got to get on code. The Most High is not going to turn back to his people until his people turn back to him. It's a remnant of us that's going to do that. We're going to turn to him. And we going to be the ones, whether it's my generation or the one behind me or the one behind that, one of these generations, as more information come out, all right, one of these generations is finna to get it right, and the Most High going to turn back to his people, and bam, this whole thing going to get reset. Whether it's tomorrow, whether it's next year, whether it's in 10 years, it's finna to go down. Because what's going on here, all this sin and wickedness in this world is not finna to last. And I'm thinking that the cup is about runneth over. Everything I've been seeing. And I know y'all been seeing some of the same stuff. I know I told y'all this wasn't gonna be a long video. Hopefully you don't think 30 minutes is a long video, but that's basically all I got. I want y'all to know that if there's anything that I can do to help in a situation, just put your email in the comment section. I'll email you, and we can just go from there. I ain't afraid to get on no video chat. I ain't afraid to get on no phone call. If I can help somebody, just let me know. You know what I'm saying? But this series right here, these Culture Chronicles, I'm gonna be using these to try to help people. All right. So that's about it. That's all I got right now for y'all. Hopefully y'all have a great rest of the week. And just remember, I don't have all the answers. All right. But I'll share what I learn. All right. I am willing to share what I learn. Much love, y'all. Shalom.